Looking like a baddie, I show up and make them stop. Wanna know my name so badly, cause I run this whole block. Flip my hair, move my head, show the world I'm royalty. When I walk by, they be taking bows, cause they know I'm a queen, yeah. Move it, move it, groove it, groove it. They wanna know just how I do it when I do it, do it. I got that magic touch, it's the word, pulsing through my veins when I show up every.
Hola mi gente, how we doing tonight? It's your girl Linda Lynn, and I am so happy that you guys are joining in tonight in this beautiful night, even though it is a little bit chillier than I expected. I don't know what happened. The weekend was great, and now it's a little chilly, but nevertheless, thank you so much. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and just letting everybody know that just tuning in, please share the video. Sharing is caring. And remember, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We'll be on Roku. So there's no excuse why anybody's not watching the show. So let's just get to it and let's go to give out some birthday shout outs. And happy birthday to all. That was a long list. And let me tell you, there are so many more birthdays that I haven't gotten to. So people, please bear with me. You know, I will get to you. It was quite a few. And Bobby, I believe we have this other little clip of this adorable little old lady who just celebrated her 100th birthday. Do we have that? Let's give her a round of applause.
The good things that have happened to you in your life, and that's what this blanket will represent. We wish you a very, very happy birthday and many, many, many more.
Yay! That is amazing. I mean, talk about a milestone. I mean, 100 years. Woo! Where do you go from there? Like, to say that you know, 100, that's amazing. And the way that she looked as well, I mean, she wasn't bedridden, so many blessings, and I hope we all can achieve that, you know, hopefully in good health. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope Memorial, you know, happy Memorial. And before I get into what I did for the weekend, I just want to thank everyone, all the servicemen and servicewomen. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here now. And of course, I have to give a special thanks to my son. My son has been in active duty overseas for a year now in Africa, and he's gonna come home soon, but I just wanted to give him this special shout out. So let's show that video, Bobby.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for every moment that led to this day.
How beautiful was that? Of course, that was my baby boy. Gianni, mwah, much blessings. I can't wait to see you. I miss you, and I'll see you soon. And so people, tell me, what was the most exciting thing you did this weekend? What did we do this 3-day weekend? Where did we go? What did we see? Well, I, for one, spent my Sunday out on the water. I don't know if you can tell. I have a little bit of a sunburn because I did forget to put sunburn on. Yes, not good at all. But actually watched the air show from the waters. It was pretty cool. And of course, I was cool because, I wore a wetsuit. So, I was nice and warm. I wasn't cold. But let me show you a little clip of what I did.
On the dangerous.
Let's ride,
On the dangerous. Notorious.
They riding with me and my brother. Say they riding with me, but I know that they ain't loyal. Say they in your team, but they ain't really rooting for you. Keep it on me when I'm riding. It's the game, get me sliding, then I'm starting. Come on, let's take a ride. Let's ride. Ride.
And that's what I did. What did you do? Tell me. Go on Facebook, go on the comments, write to me. Let's interact. Tell me what's going on. But listen, guys, without further ado, we're going to go take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're coming back with an amazing, amazing guest. If you didn't already know, now you know. We're going to come back with Joey Cupcakes. That name alone doesn't give it away. You better stay tuned because it's going to be a fun one. So we'll see you in a few.
Empowering Artists with Disabilities, in cooperation with the Huntington Arts Council, invites you to an exceptional evening of music, a celebration of the artistic talents of the disabled community. Social media promotion via Strong Island Entertainment. For one night only, Saturday, June 3rd, 2023, 8 to 10 p.m. at Paradise Studios, 20 Broadway, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Welcome to the inventive and delicious world of baking impossible. You guys ready for this? The country's best bakers and smartest engineers have come together to form 9 teams.
I'm Mario. Joey.
Boundaries will be broken, unimaginable cakes will be created. They'll bake and build incredible, engineered, mouth-watering marvels that will be put to the ultimate test. Science has never tasted so sweet.
We're demanding incredible ingenuity to make the impossible just about possible. I thought it was a tin. Oh my gosh.
Hey, leave the illusions to me.
I love learning new things because I'm super competitive in anything I put my hands in. I don't let kids win. I'm sorry.
They're going to have to think about a lot of their structural choices, what materials they use.
I'm making edible glue.
Ooh. What is the weight distribution of those materials?
Oh. If it works, I'll feel pretty smart. If it doesn't work, I'll still feel pretty smart, honestly.
I want to see a variety of edible mediums across all the machines, and the options are limitless here.
Let's taste it.
How you've managed to get that cake so moist is amazing.
This is a show-stopping, magnificent dessert.
Because this is baking impossible. We do crazy stuff with cake.
And welcome back. And with no further ado, drum roll please. Let's introduce you to Joey Cupcakes, Joseph A. Polito. He's the chef owner of the New York Cupcakery in Belmore. Joey, oh my God, thank you so much for being here. I'm
pleasure.
So excited.
I'm excited. I've been excited.
I'm excited.
I've been marked on my calendar for quite some time now.
No,
I've been looking
I'm
forward.
excited.
You're excited because you got cupcakes.
Yeah.
I saw your face when you lit up when I was walking through the store.
I'm not gonna lie. Yes, of course, cupcakes excite me. Of course.
Well,
but I am so happy that you're here. Welcome.
It's an honor. It really is an honor. Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
I need to hear all about it. You know, I was reading a little bit on the bio. I need to, for those of you that seen that commercial on this show on Netflix, let's just jump right into that.
We're going to jump into the Netflix series.
Let's just jump into that so we can talk about it. How did that even come about?
You know, that's one of the first questions I asked one of the people that were interviewing me during, this happened during COVID. So when they gave us a call, I mean, I thought it just blew it off as nothing, another one of those scammers or something. But when they got to do some Zoom interviews, I thought it was a scam. I thought everything was a scam. We're jaded New Yorkers. I mean, I think everything's a scam in the beginning.
Right, of course.
So when I finally got through some of the Zoom interviews and they liked what they saw and what I was doing, and I don't look like I own a pink cupcake shop, let's say. I mean, you know, I hate to categorize it. I'm not your typical. Everyone, when I come out of my shop, I got pink chandeliers and I got cupcakes, and everyone's like, I'm not expecting to see you come out of the back and like say, hey, how you doing? I mean, it's just it's kind of a different look. Hey, how you doing? You want a cupcake? I mean, sprinkles. What do you want over it? So yeah, that was the weird part of it. But when they said, well, we have an entire team of people that scour social media looking for talent, and you just kind of jumped off the page a little bit. And once we got to talking to you, things one led to another, and wound up in LA doing a show for about 6 weeks.
That is amazing. So so why do you think that they found you? Like, how did you even start? Let's start from the very beginning. Right. What made you get into baking these amazing cupcakes and cakes? You
know, my father had me. He was in construction, so I grew up in construction. Very Sicilian household. Everyone cooked. We never, very rarely went out to restaurants. So we all just cooked in the house, and that's kind of what we did. So growing up in construction, I can do construction. I just didn't like it.
Right, you didn't like it.
And plus, my father didn't make me like it. It was one of the, anyone who's Italian out there who has, you know, an Italian father.
You know what you remind me of? Didn't people tell you that you remind you of?
I've been so many. Don't tell me, Sebastian Maniscalco. Are you about to say?
You know why? Wait, it's not only that I guess you have that Sicilian look and the way you talk, but it's just the way he's always talking about my father. My father.
Well, we're all traumatized. Right. I'm not gonna lie. We all have trauma from the past of you know how we grew up, and we were both Gen Xers, and so so the comparison is right along those lines. Right. But so growing up in that house, I mean, we always cooked, and we did construction, and we watched soccer, and that was a big thing. So when we got into when I couldn't work with him. I said, Dad, I can't do this anymore. So I was also a hockey player. I was doing a bunch of things.
Butting heads?
No, it was more like his fist butting my head is basically what it was, and his boot pretty much surgically.
Real Italian old school,
it was just kind of like that. Get it wrong and you get a slap.
I get it.
So a different world. Don't hit your kids. I'm not condoning any of this. I'm just saying. Back then, I went to restaurant school to be a chef, an actual culinary chef, because I do love to cook.
Okay.
But
so that's what called your attention.
That's what called my exactly. So when we got into the whole course of being in the culinary field, culinary arts, I was always able to paint and sculpt and draw as a kid. So I gravitated more towards the baking, decorating part, because that's really what I was pretty good at, and I kind of excelled at that part.
Okay.
So even though I graduated restaurant school as a culinary chef, I started interning in some bakeries, and I didn't jump into the decorating right away. Because you had to learn how to actually build a house before you decorate the house in a lot of ways. I hate to use a comparison, but when you walked in, I want to decorate cakes. Here, go wash the dishes, and here's a recipe on how to make a cake. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get into, so you had to learn from the top to bottom.
So let me ask you. So you said, okay, I want to go to culinary school.
Yes.
And what was your main objective to want to learn how to cook? What that you already know, like you already started cooking at home. Your Italian food, I guess.
Right.
So when you went to the school, did you want to learn how to make French dishes or make
honestly,
or was it more to perfect the Italian cuisine?
All of the above. I love culture.
Okay.
Everyone's culture, whether it's European, whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Asian. I love to see how those foods came about, and the history of it is what they kind of taught you as well. So it's like, along with immigration, along with everything that we have here in America, it's everything.
So is it like course one, the first semester?
Course one was eggs, I think, if I remember. I'm going back 100 years now. We really started from the beginning. All right, let's go back.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know. It's fun. It's fascinating to actually hear when you want to go to culinary school, because obviously the love for creating dishes, I'm assuming, that's because that's the part of going, when you can get creative and because you can decorate also, the dishes and get,
Exactly, right.
Right.
But I thought I could have a lot more fun with cakes than I could with steaks.
Okay. Cakes and steaks.
Yeah,
okay.
cakes and steaks, which is
Wait,
probably
that sounds like cakes and steaks.
that's a very good restaurant, but steaks and cakes. I have a buddy of mine that we're probably going to put a little something together. So yeah, we're gonna.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, all right.
Let's not give it away too much.
All right, we're not going to give you away too much.
Yeah, we're not going to give away too much.
Our plan.
But okay, so you graduated from that, and then you decided to. So you went into and you shadowed in different.
Yeah, I interned in a lot of different businesses, and it wasn't really anything I wanted to do.
Okay.
So I ended up in by Mulberry Street over by Ferraris.
Okay.
An old style Italian bakery, and I was just basically making sfogliatelle cream all day long. So again, not what I wanted to do. Stayed a few months there. Ended up working more for like handing around envelopes than I did with the pastries because I was still a pretty gangster town at the time. So I was just go to this guy over here, hand him that. So I was like the Prince of Prince Street. They started calling me. I was in and out of Lombardi's. Give an envelope to this guy, he'll give you something, you bring it back. And I was Joey Cannoli, and then
Joey Cannoli.
That was another one. But nobody knew me by my real name in Little Italy, so it was just either Butchie or Anthony.
Okay.
Because one time my middle name is Anthony. One guy says, "Yo, Anthony." I turn around, he says, "See, they're all named Anthony over here." So no one knew my real name back then. So
that is so funny.
Yeah, we kind of went through the ranks of New York City, and everything changed now. But Little Italy's still there. It's smaller, but. It's still I still show my kids in and around the area where I kind of basically grew up. Didn't necessarily live there, but I basically grew up there.
Okay, and where are you originally from?
Originally from I'm Queens.
Queens. Okay.
Originally I was in Richmond Hill, and then I really grew up in Howard Beach.
Okay.
So that's my hometown.
So so after that, so what made you so now you have a very popular bakery here, and
let me just put this out there. I just had a 13-year anniversary.
Look at that.
On the 24th of May, thank you. And I do want to thank every one of my clients that stuck with me through hurricanes and superstorms, whatever they call that, and floods and the blackouts. Pandemic, obviously, and they kept coming back. So I must have been doing something right.
Absolutely.
And I really want to thank everyone out there for along the South Shore and everywhere else.
Absolutely.
Just all over Long Island.
Thank you, everybody,
continue
for
coming
your support.
Back. So the anniversary, 13 years, lucky 13, right here.
13 years, absolutely.
So
Congratulations.
I wanted to take the time and thank my clients everywhere for continuing to come back.
Absolutely. You always have to
because
of them.
Reach out, yeah.
So from there, you decided to open up your shop because you said, what? This is not for me. Like, I want my own.
I was in the Garden State Hotel, and I was an assistant pastry chef there, working under one of the greatest pastry chefs I've ever seen, Hector Ayala, Puerto Rican guy, and he was a Bronx guy, I was a Queens guy, and he was street, I was a little street. So once I understood his language. So even though I worked in other pristine French bakeries, they didn't get me, and I didn't get them.
Okay.
So when I got with Hector, he just kind of really showed me like, all right, I got you. I know where it is. And he just threw things at me, and I threw things back, and it just came together. And I really excelled with a lot of what he said. I really owe a lot to Hector Ayala. God bless him. He did a
Shout out to you, Hector.
Shout out to Hector Ayala.
Boricua.
That's right, Boricua. Right, exactly.
Great man. That is awesome. So you know what? What I've noticed is that nowadays, especially in this era right now, in this last couple of years, the whole cake industry has evolved. It's not just about how you see you go and buy a Carvel cake and you just put happy birthday on it and with a few candles and stuff like that.
I grew up with just the plastic flowers on the cake and the whipped cream and a little cannoli, and that's all you get. Shut up.
That's
pink
or
blue is all you got.
Exactly.
But what you see now with all of these particular cake shows that are out there, and they do all these crazy designs, whether it's Cake Boss, whether it's Duff or whoever may be going through all of these cake designers, they brought it to the forefront. Now the standard is the upgrade now.
Right.
So it used to be everyone got the 3-tier cake only for weddings, the 4-tier cake only for weddings. They're for first birthdays and communions now, which is very popular. All these graduations, anything can be done at this point.
But that's what I'm saying. When did you ever see anything done?
Never.
Out of whatever you say. Okay, I want this iPad made out of a cake.
No, yeah. I mean, that's a simple one. I mean, give me a hard thing to do at this point. Come on, I want to be no cocky shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Things have totally evolved.
Oh yeah. So it's blown up.
So because of that,
it has blown up without a doubt.
So you're active on social media. You put up.
I try to be, right.
So you have so Netflix contacted you and they decided to So how was that experience?
It was it was hard. I get it because, again, under COVID, everything was shut down. So we were basically sequestered in a hotel for the first 2 weeks, one to quarantine, one to just go over some of the ranks and understand what the show was all about. And after 2 weeks, we started filming.
Okay.
And the filming part was the easy part. For me, I don't prepare much. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that go out there and study the books. I mean, they were really concerned with me in the beginning, some of the producers, because they were like, everyone's out there putting things together, working on a few things, and you're not really doing anything. You're laying by the pool as much as possible. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm going to be on TV.
They're thinking that there's somebody else behind doing everything.
So they pulled me. So one of them pulled me aside. It was like, we're a little concerned about what. I says, look, no disrespect to your system, what you have here, and anyone else. I'm surrounded by a great amount of talent, and I see them. But you turn the lights on, I'm going to make a cake. I mean, that's I'm going to build it. Whether if you give me a task, whether it's building a boat, whether it's building a building.
Okay.
Just turn on the lights, put me in front of a kid. I'm going to do that. I don't know how to prepare.
Right.
And then we went a certain way, and even my son was telling me. Son Giancarlo, see his name is right there, Giancarlo. I got Ava Diva.
Shout out.
Giancarlo and Ava Diva. He's actually coming up from Florida right now, driving up with my nephew. So God bless you. Safe travels.
Safe travels.
God bless. So he actually even said, he goes, Dad, imagine how good you'd be if you actually did prepare. So I'm like, solid, advice from a 10-year-old at the time.
Oh, 10-year-old.
At the time, he was.
At the time,
so,
okay.
I don't know. How is he, 15 now? I don't know. I think he's 15. I don't know. Let's call it that.
All right, we'll just call it that.
Again.
Well, you're 15.
He's
You're 15 in the eyes.
He's 15.
Even if you're not, you act like you're 15.
He's driving. That's all I know.
He's driving at 15.
With his nephews. He promised me he wouldn't be driving alone.
Oh, okay.
So
well, please,
he's with his nephews, which are a lot older, but hopefully more responsible.
His nephews are older?
My nephews. Did I say his?
You did. I was like, wow. But that's amazing. Now, speaking of your children, so how do they feel about you being this cake master and being on this popular Netflix shows? Guys, if you haven't seen the show, you have to go and find what's the name of the Netflix?
The Baking Impossible.
Baking Impossible. Yes, I was taking I took some videos. I'm going to be showing them and it was very interesting and fascinating to see.
Yeah.
Baking Impossible. People, you have to go and watch on the Netflix.
Yeah.
So what are they like? Dad, that's amazing. Like, do they help you anything? Do they give you ideas? Like, what's it like to have your kids? Do they like, Dad, where's the cupcakes? Or make me this cupcakes? Or
in the beginning, yeah, they were like that. They like to help out, and when they were a little younger. But I'll tell you now, it's like when you mentioned about how has it feel for the kids having a father on TV or have his own Netflix series that he's on and one of these competition shows, and then people have recognized me and everything. And a lot of people have even said, like, if you ask my daughter what's it like having a dad like this, she'll turn around and tell you he's a dork. I'll tell you right now, he's not a cool.
Is it really?
I mean, he's a great dad. She'll just say that. I mean, she would probably say he's a great dad. My daughter would say, but he's a dork. I got the worst dad jokes of all time. But like, they don't know that side. My kids know that side of really who I am. Like, I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to certain things. I mean, I'll wear black. I'll try to act cool. I got the tats. I'm in the gym or anything. But home, I'm just a dweeb, basically.
Okay.
So
well,
just with me and my dog Bruno. I got my dog Frenchie Bulldog. We're Frenchie family. We're Frenchie
parents.
We're
Frenchie. Absolutely. Okay. Oh boy, cupcakes and Frenchies. I mean, you can't go.
French Bulldogs. Yes.
You can't go wrong with that.
I'm in the right place for this.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is totally amazing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna continue talking with Joey Cupcake. See you soon.
Empowering Artists with Disabilities, in cooperation with the Huntington Arts Council, invites you to an exceptional evening of music, a celebration of the artistic talents of the disabled community. Social media promotion via Strong Island Entertainment. For one night only, Saturday, June 3rd, 2023, 8 to 10 p.m. at Paradise Studios, 20 Broadway, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Did you catch me eating a cupcake? It's actually amazingly delicious. Joey.
Yes.
So what do we have here?
That's a carrot cake with the whipped cream cheese topping and a side of graham on there.
So for those of you, if you can't see, I have, you know what? I'm gonna bring my laptop down here because this is a musty. Look at the cupcakes that I have. Tiana, that's my daughter. She is a cupcake freak. These are for you. So the variety of flavors here.
Right.
So I'm eating a carrot, which I love, and it's absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
So we have, what other flavors do we have there?
I got raspberry cheesecake, red velvet, cookie dough, peanut butter cup, strawberry blonde, double fudge Oreo. It looks like on that side, what is that? A mint chip, vanilla birthday. You had the carrot s'mores, lemon meringue, and a raspberry fudge.
Wow. That is, like, how do you come up with these flavors? Like,
what you want to do?
Combination, or people give you ideas? Like,
you stay basic. Sometimes you got to follow the KISS rule. It's what we call it. Keep it simple, stupid.
Okay.
When you're doing something like basic flavors, when I was again back to the Garden City Hotel, I was doing coming from Manhattan and doing a lot of different things, working under some of the European pastry chefs.
Okay.
I started putting out all these gâteaux Saint Honoré with a spun sugar and Long Island. One thing I could tell you straight up about Long Island: great people.
Great people.
But they want what they recognize, but put it in a tuxedo. Basically.
Okay.
So they want chocolate. They want tiramisu. We here want red velvet, but make it a little snazzier, basically.
Okay.
So you have all the ice cream flavors. So basically, what we do is took a lot of ice cream flavors and made them into cupcakes, basically. So it's, again, just keep them recognizable and keep everyone happy.
So when you do custom cupcakes as well.
Custom cupcakes also.
What is probably like the most unusual flavor that you would have to make that you're like, okay, that's kind of like
I don't know if there's an unusual flavor, but I like
or combination or something that
alcohol. Anytime you start mixing alcohols and start using
wait a
for
second,
example,
now we're getting into alcohol cupcakes.
Oh boy,
here
wine
we go.
pairings. You do I do a Chardonnay cupcake with a port wine topping, buttercream. We've done that for different kinds of seasons, which is obviously more towards the fall.
Okay.
Our Guinness chocolate cupcake with a espresso topping, which is mostly obviously for St. Patty's Day. We do eggnog flavors. We keep things novelty.
Okay.
Once you get into fall, there's apple, there's pumpkin spice. You got to have a pumpkin spice.
Of course,
you're on Long Island,
have to have.
you got
for every season.
We're just talking about. I'm going to talk about just Massapequa Ugg boots now because that's basically what it is. It's white chick Ugg boot flavor.
That is
spice.
so funny. So you would say putting alcohol in the cupcakes is very popular then.
Yeah, I don't want to get any kind of trouble here. I don't have a liquor license, so I tell people if you give me the bottle. If you give me the bottle of Hennessy or Ciroc or whatever, I will soak the cupcakes in it. You know what the best part about that is? They always forget to take the bottle back because I don't use the whole bottle. So I basically,
let them know that,
it's like by the end of the day, I'm like, this is just jacked. I'm like, oh, you forgot the bottle, don't worry. Again, I'm just blowing up spots here now. So now people are going to know to take their bottle back because I don't use the whole bottle.
Nah, I'm sure they don't even remember.
They give like the giant thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm only using
They had so much of it when it.
I'm only soaking 10 of them. What are you worried about? I got a whole bottle of Johnny Walker Black over here.
But that's very creative. I mean, that's very I honestly, I want to give a shout out to Pretty Little Limbas. This is my girl. She does the what we will call the Italian ices.
Yes.
But the Puerto Rican way is called limbas.
Oh, is that Toto's Paragua?
Well, piraguas is more of like the icy,
the
ice, crushed ice
all right.
on the cone, and then it's like a syrup.
Yes, love that.
And then, right. But hers more the limber, which is more like homemade, like fruits.
Yes,
and
that's like what we call it in Italian, in Southern Italian, Sicilian, is granita.
Is that what it is?
It's like it's like the granulated ice along with like lemons, very popular down in the South. Orange flavor, blood orange is very good. Anything you could think of, you could make a little icy out of it. But
yeah, so I just want to give her a shout out because we were talking about that too. She's on right now, so I appreciate you, Mama, for tuning in. Also, we talk about how putting that little bit of spike in,
spike everything.
Just spike in everything, it tastes good. But
absolutely.
So Joey, I do a little segment here on my show. It's called What Now?
Right.
So we're just going to talk about like what's trending out there, what's going on, what's happening, and let's just see what's going out there. Bobby?
Right.
So what do we have? What is the first one, Bobby? What are we going to be talking about here?
My name is Yolanda, Yolanda. Get down. Just stay down and get down.
Yeah, that happened. We are getting brand new video into our newsroom from Memphis, where an interview in the city's crime crisis got interrupted by a drive-by shooting. That was incredible to see.
So, let me get this straight. So just imagine the lady's getting interviewed in Memphis, okay? They're going to speak on the gun violence that's happening in the area, and they're interviewing this lady who is a spokesperson for the local, organization for blah, 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 blah. And as she's saying her name, there's an actual shootout going on behind her.
Well, I've never seen a point proven so quickly in my life. I mean, if
but just imagine this.
I mean.
Hi, yes, I'm here to talk about, the problem that we have with the gun violence, boom, 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 boom.
Is right there.
It's right there, like
on
live.
cue.
And then you hear her say, Doug, everybody just get down. I've never seen, the things that you capture, I'm all for, nowadays, all you see, especially now with social media, it's the filming, and the camera.
Everyone's a cameraman. Everyone's got everyone's a news person now.
But you know what? Okay, so my thing is, for some things, I guess it's good when you have things recorded because that way you have proof of what happened.
Right, exactly.
My thing that I totally disagree with now is just, especially with the younger generation, the kids, where they go filming, let's say a fight, right? But then you actually have, they're egging it on, and then you have these kids are actually getting hurt. So instead of helping or being, you're there, and then somebody else is capturing you, filming, laughing about, that's not a laughing matter. I mean, there's a time to put down your phone and help when people need help.
And this is not a political thing. This is not left or right. This is about humanity at this point.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, right there, the cameraman, that caught, an action happening right there, but I'm sure that happens as well.
Because everyone's looking for hits on their site. Everyone's looking for likes.
And it's okay, but not when it involves people getting hurt.
Yeah, they're watching people they've gone to school with maybe for 10 years throughout the ground, getting pummeled, but they're just standing over their face.
Absolutely, I think that's
Like my own nephews did that to me.
You were getting pummeled?
No, I was.
What happened?
One of my nephews I'm playing baseball with them because I'm like the old guy, thinking I'm still run around as an athlete.
Right.
It's a line drive, hits me square in the nuts. Right. Out of the sun.
Oh my God.
So now I'm laying there and ripping the grass from the dirt, and I look up and they're all Snapchatting me. These little bastards.
Were you hurt?
I was excruciating pain.
Oh my God.
You got what we got here.
Look that up. What YouTube is it? What is it on?
What's it like? I mean, I would never try to replicate childbirth.
Oh my God.
Hit, over here.
Well, we hope that never happens again. Okay, but
no, I'm not playing baseball with those pricks again because what the hell, they didn't help me.
Oh my goodness. But Bobby, what's the next one we have? To the Little Mermaid. Sorry, people. Technical difficulty. That's what happens when you're on live.
Live.
But let's talk about this. Disney, The Little Mermaid rakes in $117.5 million at the U.S. box office on the opening weekend. I believe there's a little video to that. Is there? I thought it came with that one. Maybe not. But I thought that was amazing and fascinating. That the Little Mermaid, which had a little bit of controversy before it came out, this whole, black and white, and, Ariel wasn't, black and white. Like, first of all, it doesn't even matter. If you play the part, you play the part, and, and...
I didn't know there was just a fish. You're a fish.
It's a mermaid. She's a mermaid.
A mermaid.
Yeah, she's a mermaid. And the funny thing is, there I go as a mermaid. Surprise!
Merman. What was that? Zoolander? Merman? I
am a real life mermaid, if you didn't know.
Have you seen that movie Splash when they take water and she gets fins?
Yes, I have.
Where's my water? Hold on a minute.
We're modern times now. Right. We're modern times.
Keep it tight.
But yes, I am a real life mermaid. So let me tell you a quick story about that, because a lot of people... So this idea came about, I do this for fun. I do the whole mermaid thing, for fun. But I also do it as an exercise regimen. So funny as that is that a couple of years back, right during COVID, my photographer and I decided that we're going to come up with concepts to do photo shoots, because a lot of the girls like to have fantasy shoots, with the fairies and whether it's somewhere in the far. We just decided, let's do a mermaid thing, because I have a pool. So I said, we can do shoots in the pool and all that. Cool. So I ordered this tail, a mermaid tail. I didn't know anything about it. I just kind of ordered it. And when I got it, and I said, okay, let me go, I was putting it on. It wasn't a costume tail. It was an actual...
like a rubber tail?
Swimmable tail? So it was scuba diving material.
Okay.
And the fin was actually a scuba diving fin.
Cool.
So I said, okay, so I'm here snuggling into this fin, trying to see what it looks like, and I'm in the pool, and the thing actually sunk me. Huh. But I know how to swim, obviously.
It's rubber, right?
It's heavy. It's so heavy that if you don't know how to swim,
you would have just,
you're dead. Because there's there's nowhere to move. You're inside a fin.
You don't want to be a mermaid and drown. Right. Let me just say that, all right? You're the worst mermaid in the world. Imagine they found you somewhere. Imagine you did that in a canal.
Well, you know what it is,
and they had to dig you up, and you were wearing that. You
well, I'm glad that didn't happen.
That would be on the front page of every Inquirer.
But that's
mermaid drowns in fucking Jamaica Bay or whatever the fuck.
Well, it's my first time that I've worn this. So I said, luckily for me, that I am a I'm not saying I'm a great swimmer, but I'm a good enough swimmer that I said, oh, wait a second. So I started trying to stay afloat with it. So as I'm trying to stay afloat, trying to move this tail.
It's a workout.
I felt a workout. I was like, wait a second.
You get your core in there, right?
I was like,
You got a little motion in the ocean?
Yeah.
Did you?
I was like, wait, this feels kind of good here. Wait a second. And I just had an idea. I was like, it's summertime. I hate being in the gym in the summertime where I could be swimming in my pool.
Oh, yeah.
And so I took that as, you know what, not only is it like a workout
you can do a whole video with this.
I was just started to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And so I started posting. So I had a page that I just had private to do my Little Mermaid things, just to have fun with it. It was just like a joke sort of. But I've realized there is such a big world out there of mermaids.
There's a whole parade in Neptune Avenue over in Coney Island.
But not only that, I followed all these, and they take just professional mermaids out there, and they do. So I am a real life mermaid, if you didn't know. So, but Bobby, do we have one more to show?
Like this, mermaids.
Yes. Let's see what we have. Okay, so this was kind of funny to me. So you have an Indian official that has been suspended after draining a reservoir to recover a smartphone that he had dropped while taking a selfie. So just imagine, this is, I don't know what kind of official that he worked, was he a police officer? But there was a reservoir.
Yes. A reservoir.
Yes, that he drained. I guess he had access to, maybe he worked in this reservoir. So because his phone fell while taking a selfie. It's
not even good anymore.
But that's what I said.
Why would you drain a reservoir? We're talking a little pond or something?
It shows you right there the picture. I don't know.
I need answers. I got questions about this.
I have questions too, so maybe we should look a little into it. But I just thought it was...
but his phone's not even being good anymore. I mean, you take it a
maybe he has tons and tons of rice in bags.
Right? It's all right.
I don't know, but that's that. So, but I just want to quickly give a shout out to Unlocked Hollywood. That's where I get all my information. I don't want to just take it like I just took it there. I just look and So thank you. I give them credit because it was them that I get my info from. And just like my people who asked me about the birthday shout outs, I'll let you know. If you're a Facebook friend of mine, yes, when you get a notifications that it's somebody's birthday, well, that's how I know it's your birthday, and I collectively put everything together. But if I missed a birthday or you want to give somebody a birthday shout out, all you have to do is just email me at coopbutv.com at gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to give a shout out. So, and if you're watching right now, thank you so much. Thank you for all my loyal viewers. Remember to share this video. Because sharing is caring. But Joey, yes. You're like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I want to have a taste test. I want to have a taste test.
You said something about these being your daughters.
Tiana, can you tune in here and can you see what you want? Because I'm about to eat all this. I mean, I will,
Tiana. I will protect the cookie dough for you personally.
She's gonna tell me which one she wants because I'm just like looking at them.
I heard cookie dough, Tiana. That's all I heard. I'm gonna take care of that.
Yes, absolutely. But what happened or what's going on now with the show? What's after this? Like you part of the show is did they air it already?
Yeah,
is there a winner?
There was a winner. I can't tell you who it was.
Okay, you can't, because it didn't air yet.
No, it did air yet.
Oh, it did air yet.
All 9 episodes have been streamed. Sure.
Oh, so you can't say because
you could binge it now if you wanted to.
Okay.
You can start from one.
But we haven't gotten to the end. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the end is everything's been revealed.
The end.
So it's out there. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, so it will be a spoiler if you say something. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
okay. All right. So from this experience now.
Yes.
Where is it taking you from here? Do you plan to go on more shows?
I would love to go on more shows. I was actually, they reached out to me to do, there was a show called, I forget the name of it, something about Is It Cake? I think it was called. And you have to go out there, they show you like a Louis Vuitton bag, and then you have time to make one, and the judges pick which one is the real
what is it
Louis
called?
I think it's called Is It Cake? I'm not sure, but they reached out to me a while back, but I wasn't jabbed.
I believe that. My daughter loves that show. I think she put me on that show one time that you had to guess if they were real or not.
You had to guess it was real, right. But I didn't go on. I never did that show.
Okay. Are we going to try to go? Or we
no.
No,
they reached out. So
let's reach back. Hello?
So I did another Zoom interview with them, and they liked me, but they were like required that you had the vaccination and I ain't got it. I'm pure-blooded, so I'm not going down that road. Sorry, again, not political or anything.
Okay, no, of course not. Well, listen, as you see now, I mean,
I made it this far. I mean, No,
listen, times are changing. You know what I'm saying? But so
I grew up outside. I built my immunity up.
Yes,
so
well,
I'm
a lot
right.
of us did. Yeah, you know what? It was tough times.
I'm sure I got COVID. It ran right out my system. I said, hell with this guy. I'm out of here. Once they saw my white blood cells like this, they were like,
he said, see ya. But that is amazing. You know what? But let everybody know. So where exactly is your shop located?
I'm right on Merrick Road. I'm busy Merrick Road. You can't get a break in that. Because trying to pull out of my driveway is pretty tough, so be careful. I'm in Belmore. 2544 Merrick Road in Belmore.
And Belmore.
Yeah, and we do all the crazy cakes and everything. We have cupcakes daily. The cupcake flavors daily in 3 different sizes. Mini, this is the classic size. And then we have a jumbo, and then we do some various cakes. And then all of our, we're very busy with the custom cakes.
So would you say that you're most popular with your cupcakes, or you're more for your cakes? Like, are they?
It's really a little both. Like during the week, it's cupcakes.
During the week, we have and then because I guess the parties and stuff.
Yeah, it's just kids come home from school, whatever it may be, and then just everyone want a little fix going on, so they have like minis. So again, if you're worried about your waistline, we have tiny cupcakes. You take care of one of them, and that's it. Don't worry.
So if I take like 1 or 2, if I eat 1 or 2, is that okay?
No
still,
calories is totally fine.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
If it's mind over matter, you gotta manifest the fact that it's calorie free.
Oh, and like sugar free and carb
whatever
free.
You want. It's exactly.
You hear that, people?
You live once.
You hear that, everybody? You have to go. Absolutely, you have to go to his bakery, okay?
Right here, New York.
And
I shamelessly wore my shirt.
Hey, listen, in Belmore.
Right
Hello,
in
it's
Belmore.
right here. But
Love Belmore.
So let everybody know what your social media is. If you want to get in contact, any telephone, any.
Yeah.
So I have a question though before we end the show. Which you know what? Is sadly enough, this is the time that we come to almost an end because when you're
Really?
having fun, time flies.
That was
right?
an hour?
That almost an hour.
That was an hour?
Almost an hour.
That feels like we just started.
You know what? Time
I'm
flies
having
when you're
fun.
having fun, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But so when they put in an order for you,
Yes.
like what is the most like estimated time that they like that you need to? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody calls up that tonight. I need a.
No,
okay.
no, very rare.
Okay.
If you need a cake for tonight, it's like we got cupcakes.
Okay.
It's like here's the thing: we don't bake off a freezer full of cakes and hoping to sell them one day. We
Right.
don't, because I worked in bakeries where you have to do that because of the volume. We're a small 650 square foot shop.
Okay.
We bake, we cool, we make the fillings for you. Everything's fresh. It never sees the inside of a freezer, only when you're masking and doing a few things just to get the buttercream hard.
Okay.
So you can work with it a little bit better. But everything, so we couldn't do a cake for you tomorrow, basically.
Right.
Especially if it's one of those custom cakes where you have all these crazy fondant designs.
Right.
We like at least a week's notice for that. And once we book
week
up a certain
notice.
amount of time,
You hear that, people?
week's notice. At least when we book up a certain amount of cakes for the weekend, we have no time to make it. Because in the beginning, I was taking everything, thinking that was the right way to do it.
Okay.
And then if I needed to spend 4 or 5 hours on one cake, then I'd have to spend 2 hours on it just to accommodate the other ones because there's
Okay.
only a certain amount of time in a day.
Right, right.
So I didn't want to be the guy where I heard so many great things about him. I guess he's not that good because look at the cake I got for this amount of money. So you really have to have the will, the wherewithal, and the eternal fortitude to say, this is my cutoff, and I can't do
Right.
any more because I'll no longer be effective artistically. So once you develop
Right.
that discipline, then really everything starts
So it
flowing
takes
in.
you at least that long, at least a whole.
Depending on the actual design, anywhere between 3 to 5 hours on each piece. I've done cakes where they were 7 feet tall, and we had to break them down, deliver to the vineyards on the hottest day with fresh fruit on it. I mean, that was not an easy delivery.
Oh
I've lost years of my life delivering cakes, trying to go up hills and certain crazy driveways.
Have you lost cakes?
I've lost.
Like what do you do?
I'm gonna
Like, what
jinx
happened?
myself right now. Say I never dropped a cake
No.
before. Right now, I've never dropped a
No,
cake
we're just like
in my life.
Okay.
Except
like what
for a
would you
few.
do in a situation like that? Like do you have backup just in case?
No, we don't
like, how
have
do
backup.
You,
I don't.
So
I
like what do you do then? Like you're delivering. What if you're like
fucking pray,
walking
you run,
towards
you leave
and you
the
trip?
country,
You trip over a cord or something?
Get on
like
a plane and you leave the country is what you do. You gotta. No, seriously.
you don't carry like a whole bunch of cupcakes.
No,
just in
what we
case?
do is we have a holy shit kit that we take with us, like so like a little like toolbox. So in case we fuck up a few things, I've used the royal we when it's something. But when I'm driving along and it's a hot day, and we've had a good May, by the way.
Okay.
This is not brutally hot.
Right, absolutely.
We've had some brutally hot Mays in the past where we're doing all these community cakes, and you're delivering, and you just get to the venue and you hear like a flump. Something tipped over or whatever. I mean, and I've actually been called in on someone reached out to me and said, I've never, I only saw you on social media. We had an incident where someone delivered a cake from another bakery and it's destroyed. Can you make one? I'm like, it's impossible to make one now. It's Sunday. I'm leaving.
Right.
But I just said, just quickly, send me a picture of what you got. And it wasn't that bad. So I drove to Manhattan and repaired someone else's cake. And I wound up at a lesbian wedding, which I had the best time of my life in.
Wow, look at that.
I know.
That seems
I
like
was hitting on everyone. Nobody, I was getting... What the hell? I started to feel. I found that was a lesbian wedding, and nobody like. So, all right, I felt better about it.
That's.
I was offering everyone a drink, and they were like, "Yeah, sorry."
That explains it. That explains it, Joey. Okay.
I thought I was losing my mojo for a moment. I said, but no, I had a great. So I was able to help, and then you get customers because of that. I mean, even when the power went out during Sandy years ago, I put up a big sign that says, "No purchase necessary. We have power. If you need to charge any of your electrical devices, please stop in." And I had cords out with these, all these extension cords.
That was really nice.
And what I did was, all right, now this guy is pretty decent. Let me start giving him some business. I mean, so one hand will always wash the other, but you have to offer kindness if you're going to expect. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back.
Oh, absolutely.
On every level.
So let me ask you:
Right.
are you hands-on on every
everything? I'm almost nauseated. I had to fall off a roof and almost die. Not kidding. To actually see my staff work and realize how good they are, because I'm a bit of a control freak. I'm not gonna lie. So I have a great staff, and they're very artistic. And I only gave them a certain amount of things to do.
Okay.
I was putting Christmas lights on my roof back on 2017. Woke up almost dead. It was like fell 25 feet. face first. Well, but the concrete broke my fall. It was fine.
The concrete
yeah,
broke
the concrete broke my fall. Woke up on a ladder, broke every bone, came back the next day.
Oh my God.
This
happened in the shop?
No, this happened in my house in Merrick. I fell, boom, face down.
Oh.
You know, and my neighbor Ed, which is like 90 years old, he actually came to me one day. I was out there all beat up. He was just like, "Hey Joe, I'm really glad you didn't die." I'm like, "Thanks, Ed."
Thanks.
Glad
I'm glad you were around, though.
Thanks for helping. But I came back from that, but I had to watch my staff actually do the work that I did.
Okay.
And do it perfectly. And I'm like, wow, you know what the reward for good work is? It's more work. So I just gave them all of my stuff and just started taking a few more days off.
That's amazing. Well,
But
let's give a hand of applause to your entire staff.
Elisa, thank you for being around all those years and putting up with my corny stories and my bad singing. I do a terrible.
Oh, that's amazing. It seems like you have a beautiful.
I have a great staff.
Yeah,
I do.
Family oriented.
Family oriented, 100%.
Absolutely. And the shop, and you're there like what, 3 in the morning?
No,
morning?
Well, I'm fucking bread people. That's bread guys.
I don't know. When do you start making?
Bread bakers are there, and they're like bread bakers.
You gotta go to sleep at like 7 in the afternoon.
I don't know what they do. They're a different animal. God bless them. You know. They're a different breed. But no, the bread bakers are out there. That's why people say you're a baker. I'm like, I'm a cake designer and pastry chef.
Okay, it's not a pastry chef.
Okay, I'm in at 10:30.
You wake up early.
No.
You're not like the Dunkin' Donuts guy. Time to make the donut.
You know, that's the perception. We need to break the perception of what we do as cake designers. We're mostly like afternoon guys. So I'll get there at 10:30, and we open the shop at 9:30. I'll stroll in.
All right.
You know, what I was wearing the night before or whatever. That's wrong. One of these shirts. God bless.
But I'm sure your staff got you.
No, they got my back. Thank God. They always got the store moving in the right direction.
That's the most important thing.
And I'll jump in, and they'll correct all of my mistakes.
That's
mostly.
amazing.
I can barely read anymore. Getting my glasses.
Oh my God! But Joey.
Yes.
It has been a pleasure
I've had
to
so
have
much
you
fun.
on. Oh my God.
This is amazing.
I'm not cutting it short because I want to go eat these cupcakes. But we're guys. Yum yum! Don't be jealous. Don't be jelly, people.
Come get your own in your cupcakery.
Absolutely. So one more time.
Yes.
Tell them exactly what is the name of your business, where it's at, and all your business handles.
New York Cupcakery, 2544 Merrick Road in Belmore. And if you want to reach out to us on Instagram, it's New York Cupcakery is the Instagram, or joey.cupcakes43. And then DM me. I'll say hello, send pictures of what you got, and I'll give you prices for how many servings. 516-409-8866. Call us anytime, 9:30 to 7 p.m. Close on Mondays, because I got to have a life. I'm in Montauk on Mondays.
Go. Okay, well, there you have it, people.
Shoeless, shirtless, half drunk, and that's my life.
That's your life. Well, listen, you're living the best
life.
So that's amazing. Thank you so much for being a guest tonight.
I'm so honored to be here. It's been I had so much fun. Like I said, we've got 4 minutes. It's great. Yeah, it flew by.
Right?
This time doesn't go by in the DMV, sitting there. It's like an hour.
We'll have to start giving out the cupcakes there for everybody.
If I start yapping away at the guy next to me, I'll go by faster. Who knows?
Oh my God! But everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a good night. Los quiero mucho. Los amos. Once again, thank you for all my loyal viewers, for tuning in day in, each week, day in, day out. And the messages I get, guys, I appreciate it so much. You don't understand how much inspiration I get, and I'm motivated to do this more because you tell me how I motivate you, and I'm like, I do? You make me tear, and this is what I do for you guys. So please share the videos. Remember, we are on YouTube Live. We're on Facebook. We're on Roku, Twitter, Twitch. So there's no excuse, absolutely none whatsoever, why you're not watching the show. So once again, thank you so much. Mwah. I'll see you next week, and we're leaving you off with this cute video. Exactly what we're talking about. If you can tell or not what's real and what's not.
What's fake, what's not.
What's real and not. So have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye.